Fellow members, as you are aware, the challenge of providing for Texas children that are in the state's care through CPS has been upfront in the minds of Texas and the members of the legislature recently. These children have already faced a traumatic situation, and taking them away from their family while issues are resolved at home can further exacerbate that experience. This bill will provide a foundation to continue to strengthen care provided by family members, or kinship care as it's known in the CPS system, versus foster parents, and in the process ensure that more children receive the love and care that is so vital to their upbringing. Outcomes demonstrate that children in kinship care are more likely to be placed with siblings and feel more accepted, secure, loved, have fewer behavioral problems, and are less likely to run away. Numbers also indicate that children placed in kinship care, on average, move less than twice, while their counterparts in foster to adopt care experience an average of 2.6 placements. Those aging out of care are even higher, with an average of 8.6 moves to different homes. Changes in placement directly impacts results. Children in kinship placement have been shown to leave the state's care in just over 1 year, compared to foster care children who spend over 2.5 years in state care and 4.5 years on average for those that are aging out of care. Obviously, these results indicate that kinship care leads to better outcomes for the children in the state's care, and frankly, it saves the state money. However, as much as we love our grandchildren, our nieces, our nephews, the reality is that many families do not have the expense of caring for an additional family member built into their budget, sometimes making it impossible for family members to take them in at a moment's notice, if at all. That's another mouth to feed, another person to clothe, and can include many other unexpected changes in their daily life. We all want what's best for every child in Texas, but the current design of the kinship program can present a barrier in achieving this goal. With that goal in mind, HB 4 changes the assistance that kinship families below the 300% of federal poverty level receive, from an initial integration payment to a monthly stipend. The monthly stipend provided under HB 4 cannot exceed 50% of the basic care rate paid to foster care families. Kinship care families that are between 300 to 500% of the federal poverty level will be eligible for the current integration payment and yearly reimbursement. Funding levels for all of these monthly kinship payments would be subject to available funds and the appropriations process. Now, additionally, we owe it to the taxpayers of Texas to ensure that all funds are used responsibly. So this bill also includes protections against those who would abuse the system. Currently, in statute, an individual making a false abuse report can be criminally prosecuted. Similarly, HB 4 creates an offense for those who knowingly make a false statement that generates a situation whereby a relative takes custody of a child solely to access state funds. The penalty mirrors what is currently in Texas Family Code 261.107 that addresses those who knowingly make a false report of abuse or neglect. I think this bill is a positive step to include families who are currently financially unable to participate in the kinship program, while also protecting against deliberate abuse of taxpayer dollars and resources. Thank you. I'm available for any questions, and I reserve the right to close.